All right, this next item is...
Is this cool?
This is so incredibly cool. So those of you who watched me for many years know that I'm a collector of, you know, teacups, and I love porcelain china from all around the world. This is literally a treasure. That was in the ocean in a ship and was in the cargo ship that was taking, so this beautiful bowl and then the coin, which is, you have to explain what this is.
Well, so it's what they call a cash coin.
A cash coin.
And what it was is it functioned as cash at the time for traders or merchants. So this particular ship was headed to Java, as a matter of fact.
Oh my
originally.
gosh.
The Tek Sing was one of the big cargo ships of its age. And this particular ship, the Tek Sing cargo ship, sank in the South China Sea in 1822. It was raised in 1999. What I have here is completely intact original porcelain Chinese bowls from 1822 in a traditional blue and white design that was rarely seen in Europe at the time. But these are intact whole bowls that you're going to see with a certificate of authenticity. These were raised from the Tek Sing themselves. You have it in this beautiful display with a Chinese cash coin with the original porcelain bowl. This is 100% original salvaged treasure from the Tek Sing cargo boat from 1822. There are 500 of these in existence.
So it would go from Java to Europe?
Yes,
or,
yeah, they were just in the South China Sea. And the problem was, and the reason they could never find this, because back then they would salvage these things.
Look at how cool this is.
The survivors were rescued by a British captain who was smuggling opium, so he didn't want to provide his location to the authorities.
Oh my gosh, this story gets better and better.
Right. And so because of that, they had no way to know where the ship was. They only found it.
Do we know how
later.
it sunk?
I hit a reaf.
Oh, it hit a reef.
It hit a reef.
Okay,
yes.
maybe they were doing the opium thing and not paying attention.
Some local apocryphal
oh
talks of there was this large vessel in the bottom of the ocean, and they found it and then brought this stuff up. A lot of this treasure made its way to museums. There was several crates of these beautiful blue and white porcelain bowls. Like I said, this literally sat on the ocean floor for nearly 200 years.
200 years.
This sank 1822. This bowl sank in 1822.
How did it, were they packed in crates?
Yeah, they're packed in crates, sure.
But still, 200 years in the ocean.
200 years under the ocean.
The fact that it's complete, I'm afraid, like we were joking around before the show that one of the two of us are gonna knock it over and break it.
Knock it over and break it because it's a limited edition of 500. Oh, $4.99.
No.
And that's what the certificate has. Yes. It's a limited edition of 500. And there's all the technical specifications. There's the bowl itself, as you can see.
Technical specifications.
And all that, and gives you a little bit of the story of the Tek Sing treasure.
Right.
That you've got here.
The certificate of
I have all 500, so we have all 500 of these that are available. The amazing part about this is the price. You are getting, I mean, look at this beautiful presentation.
Some went to museums, Mike.
Yes, and if you look at this, look, so you've got this kind of beautiful, kind of a velvet puff in there that holds
custom nested.
Custom nested, yeah, look at that. So that fits very nicely in there. So you get this original, and it comes with the Chinese cash coin.
If it lasted 200 years underwater, we don't want to break it sending it to you.
Sending it to you, that's exactly right.
We're going to be super careful with the packaging.
And the thing that people have a hard time kind of getting their head around here is you have to understand this is not a recreation of the bowl.
No, that's the bowl
that was salved from the bottom of the ocean after 200 years. This is the bowl that sat underwater in the South China Sea for 200 years. You have that bowl complete and ready to go, this blue and white porcelain bowl with the Chinese cash coin that was also part of the treasure that sank. You have the story of the Tek Sing, as you get, and this is a pretty good approximation of what the boat looked like. The masts were 100 feet tall. It was quite a large cargo ship that you're going to see right there. And you get the actual bowl, you get the actual collectible that you have. I have all 500 of these. I bought the entire deal because when they gave it to me, I said, look, I love treasure. We do lots of treasure stuff here. And of course, the coin is what interested me originally. But then when they gave me the price, I said, that's a, they go, well, how many are you interested? I said, well, what kind of price can you give me for all 500? They go, oh, well, we'll give you this price. I said, okay, then I can do it for not only less than $100, I can do it for $89.95.
So there's no more bowls?
No more of these bowls in this with the cash coins.
So these are the only bowls that made it the 200 years.
And you have to understand, this is, you know, in
existence. These are the only
existence with the cash coin put together like this.
Oh my gosh, incredible.
I mean, you know, there were literally thousands of these on the ship at the time. Now, of course, when the ship went down, the intact bowls are a smaller portion of what was on the ship.
Right. I mean, we could send you a bag of you know, crack bowls, but that wouldn't be very collectible, would it?
Well, and they
I'm
did,
just amazed that
sold...
these are in perfect condition.
Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. Isn't it beautiful?
I mean, I don't know what it looked like 200 years ago, but like that looks like something you would buy now. I mean, the nothing is faded on it. The design, even on the bottom, you see the writing. This is fascinating.
It's very, very cool.
I love
think
this.
It's absolutely, positively spectacular, and all of it's original. Once again, these are not reprinted, restruck, redone, or not a commemorative. This is the actual bowl from porcelain bowl from the Tek Sing treasure ship. As you can see, the shipwreck. They have 1822. It's 100% original. It's 100%. It comes with the box, the packaging, the certificate, everything that you need to start your own little museum at home for less than what you can take the family to a museum for.
I know. I was going to say it's $89.95. We're even doing flex pay, so $44.98. And by the way, $5 to ship it anywhere in the country is an incredible price for a museum piece.
They're probably paying more than that, adjusted for inflation, to send these bowls back then.
Right, exactly. I was going to say. I mean, to say, all right, we're going to make sure it gets to you in perfect condition for $5. I mean, it's, you know, have you ever seen when a museum ships something with their porcelain? I've been to the British Museum and seen what they have from things, and it's like the shipping is like giant. I mean, we're doing that for $5.
Yeah,
so this is I've never presented anything like this before. And Mike and I were talking about this before the show on HSN.com. We picked it up and they started just selling, people just like, oh, what's that? Just reading the story on HSN.com.
One of our better sellers on, and so I said, we need to put this on the air and give it one opportunity. Because this is likely today will most likely be the only presentation and only opportunity. There's a certificate of authenticity that comes with all that. Like I said, 500 of these, of which I bought all of them. There they are right there.
Look how
There's
gorgeous.
a picture of the bowl, and as you can see, that's what the bowl is right there.
I mean, when I go to a museum, Mike, and I love going to museums, my mom and dad are both college professors. They took me to somebody. We always go to the museum gift shop. You can go to the museum gift shop and get a bowl they made last Tuesday for that price.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah. So what you're getting here is, I mean, 200 years under the sea. Under the sea for 200 years.
And understand,
this is literally treasure.
And then and the reason it had this hole in it is people that they traded with would string these into like necklaces and beads, and that's so that you'd trade. Okay, how much of the porcelain bowls will you need? Two coins or whatever, and so they would pay for their trade goods with the coins, and then they'd use the coins to buy their trade goods.
So it was like a barter coin kind of thing.
It's a barter coin. There's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, it's a spectacular barter coin.
Because we don't even have an equivalent like that.
No, we don't. Well, back then, I mean, you know, 1822, who's making the money? I mean, you know, you use whatever you could for money.
Right,
you know, money was what you had at hand, if you will.
Well, everybody's loving this, and I'm so glad you guys are ordering. The item number is 563255, and when these go, obviously we're not going to go back into the ocean to find any more. It's a buried treasure.
1822, from 1822 to your home.
Right, exactly. I don't think we've ever said that. Hey, do you have an HSN card? We are doing a special $10 off a single item purchase of $10 or more with the card at the time of approval. To get approved, go to hsn.com, put an HSN card in the search, or you can always talk to a real live person by calling the 800 number. It's 1-800-695-1418. And of course, you can apply that $10 off to any of the items in our show today, in our HSN Vault Coin Collector. But we're going to continue on with our next item.